Good morning everyone. Hope you all are good and safe at home. We are doing definite integration and the topic which is going on evaluation by substitution. So we are doing substitutions here. So let's proceed this topic. If we have this function x into ex here and we need to integrate with respect to x and the limits are 0 to 1. Now but you are watching that x dx is available, which is a derivative of x here. If we are doing x square, if we are substituting x square is equals to t, so its derivative is 2x dx is equals to dt. Now here 2 is not here, so what we can do, 2 is constant, can we take this 2 at this side, that means on right hand side, so it becomes x dx is equals to dt by 2. Now the main thing is that derivative should be available, function can or cannot be available. I already told you before that in previous videos that function can be available or cannot be available in the question, but derivative should be available in the question. According to derivative, we can assume the function, or if it is not given. If it is given, then we can directly fetch the function, we will substitute and directly we can change. So depend upon your derivative. Here x dx is available, or another function is e raised to power x. We know e raised to power x is a derivative of which function? Of course e raised to power x. There is no another e raised to power x. So what I am watching, so then x dx. So x dx, it's a derivative of x square's function. So if we are substituting x square is equals to t, then we are getting x dx is equals to dt by 2. Now again we need to change the limits because these are the limits of x. Now whenever x is 0, 0 square is 0, then t is also 0. If x is 1, another limit is 1, then 1 square is also 1. That means there is no change in limits. If x is 0, t is also 0. If x is 1, t is also 1. Now I is equals to, limits are same, 0 to 1. In place of x dx I am writing dt by 2 e raised to power x square. X square is t. Now 1 by 2 is constant, can I take out? 0 to 1 e raised to power t dt, and its integration is, of course exponential function, its integration is same, e raised to power t 0 to 1. We are not going to write c because this is a question of definite integration and we'll get exact answer just because of the limits. There is no variation. So now we'll substitute in place of t 1 and then after that 0. Upper limit minus lower limit. E raised to power 1 is e and e raised to power 0 is 1. This is your answer, the given integral. Hope the question is clear. Let's do another question. Now the next question is, we have function 1 upon e raised to power x plus e raised to power minus x. Now whenever exponential function is there and its power is negative, first of all we'll change this power into positive power. So how can this be occur? Of course e raised to power x, can I write e raised to power minus x as 1 by e raised to power x, because this is the only way by which that e raised to power that means the power of exponential function should be positive, because if we are just doing the reversing, that means if we are just changing the function into its reversing order, then the power should be, if the power is negative it becomes positive, if the power is positive it becomes negative. Now in case of exponential function we always need positive power, so I changed e raised to power minus x as 1 by e raised to power x. Now I will take LCM. After taking LCM, what I will get? E raised to power x whole square plus 1 whole upon e raised to power x. Now 0 to 1, this is in the form of a by b upon c by d. This is d, so it can transform to the numerator. Now it is e raised to power x dx whole upon e raised to power x whole square plus 1. Now derivative is e raised to power x dx. This is the derivative of which function? Of course e raised to power x, because e raised to power x derivative is e raised to power x. So we'll substitute e raised to power x is equals to t. Of course its derivative will be same, Now we need to change the limits. If x is 0, then t is e raised to power 0, which is 1. And another limit is 1. If x is 1, then t is equals to e raised to power 1, which is e. Now the limits are 1 to e. E raised to power x dx, which is nothing, which is dt whole upon t square, because e raised to power x is t square plus 1. Here 1 upon x square plus a square formula is applicable, which is 1 by tan inverse x by a. So tan inverse t, and the limits are 1 to e. Now we'll substitute the limits. I is equals to upper limit minus lower limit. Tan inverse e minus tan inverse 1 is, we know that it is 5. This is your answer of this integral. Hope the question is clear. Let's do another question. Now the next question is x into under root x plus 2. Now whenever, this is a special pattern question, whenever this type of question will come, the function, that means inside root one function is there, one linear function is there, x plus 2, and outside one linear function is there, then we already did that linear into under root linear. In that case, we'll substitute under root linear is equals to t. So if you want to do this question by substitution, you can. If you don't want to do by substitution, there is another criteria. So it's not mandatory that always you have to use by substitution. Well, I'm doing the all questions by substitution criteria, because we are doing the topics by evaluation by substitution. So it is not mandatory, because whenever in question paper it is already written that do it by substitution criteria, only then you are that forced to do that very criteria. If it is not mentioned, that means if in question paper it is mentioned that evaluate this function. If evaluate word is there, that means you can evaluate that very function, that very integral with any of the method. Either it can be substitution, or it can be directly, or it can be properties, with properties. The next topic will do it with properties. The question will be same, but instead of by using the substitution criteria or directly, we are using the properties. And properties, with the use of properties, the question becomes easy to solve. So whenever we'll reach on that topic, we'll learn how to use the properties. But first of all, we are doing it by substitution. If you want to do the substitution criteria, by substitution criteria, it's up to you. I am doing this question directly. So it is not hard and fast rule that we have to use substitution criteria always. So remember this thing. So how can we do this question directly? Here, can I write x is equals to x plus 2 minus 2? Because to attain the equilibrium position, if I am adding something, then I have to subtract that, the same constant, and under root x plus 2 is there. Now I am splitting the functions, x plus 2 into under root x plus 2 dx minus 2, 0 to 2 under root x plus 2 dx. But I have done here, with this function I have written under root x plus 2, and with this constant I have written this function. That means I have already splitted the functions into two parts. So here bases are same, powers are different. Its power is 1 and its power is, under root means its power is 1 by 2. So bases are same, there is multiplication symbol, so powers will add. It becomes 3 by 2 dx minus 2 of 0 to 2 x plus 2 raised to power 1 by 2 dx. Now the question becomes very in the very simpler way. That means x raised to power n's integral formula will be applicable here, and again x raised to power n integral formula will be applicable here. Now it is x plus 2, 3 by 2 plus 1, which is 5 by 2 whole upon 5 by 2, which is x raised to power n plus 1 upon n plus 1, and its limit are 0 to 2 minus 2 is already out, so I am writing 2 as it is, x plus 2 raised to power 1 by 2, 1 by 2, x raised to power n plus 1, 1 by 2 plus 1 is 3 by 2, again it is 3 by 2, and the limits are 0 to 2. So we'll substitute upper limit and then minus lower limit. After substitution, I've already substituted the limits, and I'll get 32 plus 16 under root 2 by 15. You can substitute the limits, upper limit minus lower limit. Again, in this upper limit minus lower limit, do the calculation on your own, and after calculation you will get that 32 plus 16 under root 2 by 15, or you can take 16 as common. So 16 into 2 plus root 2 by 15. So calculations should be done on your own, because calculations depends upon you whether you want to take 2 by 5 out, and after that upper limit minus lower limit, you can apply the formula, or you can take it 5 by 2 in denominator, and then you can take the limits inside, upper limit minus lower limit. It's up to you. Calculations are just based on you. So after doing calculation, you will get the same answer. If you will have any problem in calculations, you can contact me up for this question. So let's do another question. Now the another question is function. We have function 1 upon sin x plus under root 3 cos x. Now again, you can attempt this question by directly or by using the substitution criteria. Here I am using the substitution criteria. You can do it directly. How? Here it is 1 and here it is under root 3. So if you are dividing with 2 and multiplying with 2, then but you will get here 1 by 2. This is a value of sine pi by 6. At sine 30, its value is 1 by 2. So sine 30 into sine x plus cos 30 into cos x. Here's the formula is applicable: cos a cos b plus sine a sine b, which is cos a minus b. So you can directly do this question by directly this way. So this is one of the criteria. Another criteria is by substitution. I am doing this question by substitution. So this is in the form of 1 upon a sin x plus b cos x. So we already learned that in the last videos, last 2 or 3 videos, I explained these type of questions whenever it is in the form of 1 upon a sin x plus b cos x of indefinite integration. Then we need to substitute tan x by 2 is equals to t, because in this case we'll change sin x as 2 tan x by 2 upon 1 plus tan square x by 2, and cos x as 1 minus tan square x by 2 upon 1 plus tan square x by 2. We already did this type of questions, these type of questions in indefinite integration as well. If you want to see the criteria properly, then kindly watch those videos of indefinite integration. These are the last, I think, 10th, 11th or 12th videos based on these topics. So tan x by 2, if tan will go to this side, it becomes tan inverse t, and after that 2 will multiply, because here it is in division, on that side it will go in multiplication, go with multiplication symbol. So x is equals to 2 tan inverse t. After doing its differentiation, I will get 2 upon 1 plus t square dt. Now dx derivative is 2 upon 1 plus t square dt. Now sin x formula is 2 tan x by 2 whole upon 1 plus tan square x by 2, and cos x formula is 1 minus tan square x by 2 whole upon 1 plus tan square x by 2. Now we'll do the substitutions, but before doing the substitutions, we need to change the limits as well. So if x is 0, then t is tan 0 0, so t is also 0, if x is pi by 2. So pi by 2 upon 2, which is pi by 4. So tan pi by 4 value is 1. Then t is equals to 1. So limits are 0 to 1. Dx, in place of dx I will write 2 upon 1 plus t square dt whole upon sin x. Sin x, in place of sin x I have to write 2. Tan x by 2. Tan x by 2 is t, which is 2t whole upon 1 plus t square. And it is 1 minus t square whole upon 1 plus t square, because tan x by 2 is equals to t. So 2t upon 1 plus t square plus under root 3 1 minus t square upon 1 plus t square. Now we'll take LCM in denominator. 0 to 1, 2 upon 1 plus t square dt whole upon 2t plus under root 3 minus under root 3 t square whole upon 1 plus t square. 1 plus t square will cancel out 1 plus t square, and here minus under root 3 t square. Can I take negative sign as common? From numerator I am taking 2 as common, and from denominator I am taking negative sign as common. So minus 2 is outside. 0 to 1 dt upon under root 3t square minus 2t minus under root 3. Now first of all I'll try to make the factors. If factors will not be possible, in that case we'll apply complete the scaling criteria. So first of all we'll make the factors. If it is possible, root 3 into root 3, which is 3, 3 minus 1 is 2. So minus 3t plus t minus root 3, it is, can I take root 3 as common? Root 3t. If minus root 3t is common, then inside t is there. Of course, can I write 3 as root 3's whole square? Of course, 1 root 3 is out, then inside under 1 root 3 is inside. And of course here I can take 1 as common, so t minus root 3. Here the factors are 0 to 1 dt root 3t plus 1 whole upon t minus into t minus root 3. So these are the two factors, two different factors, and these are linear factors as well. So we can do partial fractions here because the factors are here already. So I have already solved the partial fraction criteria, and after that I have already the values of a and b. If you want to see how to solve the partial fractions, then you can see my videos which are on partial fractions in indefinite integration. You can watch those videos, and then this criteria will be very clear to you. How can we find the partial fractions? So here 0 to 1, limits are 0 to 1, a upon, what is a? It is minus root 3 by 4 a upon under root 3t plus 1, the very first factor, and minus 2 is already out, so minus 2 b. What is the value of b? b is 1 by 4 t minus under root 3 dt. Now I have already by using the partial fraction criteria I already did the splittance of this function. So after splittance, this function is in this form: minus minus plus 2 into under root 3 by 4, 0 to 1 dt upon under root 3t plus 1 minus 2 into 1 by 4, which is 1 by 2 dt upon t minus under root 3. Now this is in the form of 1 upon, this is linear, x plus a. So if x plus a, that means we can apply the formula of 1 upon x plus a, which is 1 upon x integration is log of x. So we can apply here. This is under root 3 by 2 log of root 3t plus 1. First function as it is, and first function integrate and second function onwards differentiate. So we need to differentiate root 3t plus 1. Its differentiation is root 3, which should be in denominator. So 1 upon x, its integration is log of x, and after that x, this function's derivative in denominator, which is under root 3, and the limits are 0 to 1 minus 1 by 2. Again we'll apply the same formula, log of t minus 3, and of course the limits are 0 to 1, and of course its derivative is 1. So if you want to write in denominator 1, you want to write in denominator, then you can. If you don't want to write, it's already 1. So these are the functions. Now we'll need to substitute the limits. So I is equals to under root 3 by 2 upper limit minus lower limit. So first of all, and but you are watching root 3 can be cut with root 3. So I am getting 1 here. Because root 3 is constant, I can take root 3 out, and then after that they will cut. So I am getting 1 by 2 here. So now we'll substitute upper limit root 3 plus 1 minus lower limit 0 plus 1, which is 1. After that I am having minus 1 by 2. Again I will substitute log 1 minus root 3 minus log 0 minus 3, which is minus 3. Now log 1 is 0. So I have log of root 3 plus 1, because log 1 is 0, minus 1 by 2 log of 1 by under root 3 minus of log of minus root 3. Can I take 1 by 2 as common, or I can take minus 1 by 2 as common? After taking minus 1 by 2 as common, but I'll get minus log of root 3 plus 1 plus log of 1 minus root 3 minus log of minus under root 3. Because after taking negative sign, it becomes negative, it becomes positive. If positive 1 by 2 is there, so plus 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 minus minus. So I have, this is in the this is with positive sign and all are with negative sign. So they will go in denominator. If you don't want to take negative sign as common, it's up to you. You cannot before taking negative sign common, you can do the calculations. But here log's properties are applicable. So we need to apply the properties of log as well. This is minus 1 by 2 log of 1 minus root 3 upon minus root 3 into root 3 plus 1. So log's properties was applicable. So I already applied the log's property, and after that I will multiply 1 minus root 3 minus root 3 into 3, which is minus 3 minus root 3. Now under root 3 is in denominator, so I am doing rationalization here. Log of 1 minus root 3 minus root 3 into minus 3 plus root 3 upon minus 3 plus root 3. And after doing calculation, but I will get minus 1 by 2 log of, it's minus 3 plus root 3 minus minus plus 3 root 3 and minus 3 whole upon a square minus b square. So you can solve it out, and then you can get the answer, which is minus 1 by 2 log of 2 minus root 3 upon 3. So you will get the answer 2 minus root 3 upon root 3. Hope the questions are clear. Now we'll do some more problems on substitution based problems, that means in next video as well. So till then solve the same type of questions on your own. If you have any problem these type of questions, then you can contact me up. Till then, stay home and be happy. Thank you so much.